Happy belated New Year and decade, everyone, and welcome to episode 124 of EDH Commander Challenge. I'm your host, BT. A quick announcement. I took a look at the view count of our Holiday Battle Royale episodes, and I see that one of them has already surpassed 1,000 views. So I can see you guys really appreciate 4-player multi-episodes. So, between now and our channel's 3rd year anniversary, which comes around the end of February, I'll be overhauling our Patreon page so that active pledge hammers, who are our biggest supporters, can enjoy some new bonuses. And if you're interested in supporting the channel that way, you'll be able to as well. What's the relevance, you may ask? Well, if we reach 6 pledge hammers, then as a bonus, we'll have 2 multiplayer matches minimum every month going forward. That's just some food for thought though. But for now, Gemi and I have modified 2 of our decks to use for today's match, so let's get to those opening hands. First, in this corner, with an opening hand of Azorius Guildgate, Gruul Guildgate, Simic Guildgate, Tropical Island, Reap and Sow, Tatyova Bentic Druid, Pernicious Deed, and his WUBRG-style General, Golos Tireless Pilgrim. He is yours truly, the host, BT. Next, in this corner, with an opening hand of Evolving Wilds, Simic Guildgate, Sunken Hollow, Overwhelming Stampede, Opt, Nantuko Vigilante, Stratus Dancer, and his Sultai General, Kadena Slinking Sorcerer. He is the unpredictable Gemi. Gemi won the dice roll off camera to start us off, so let's begin the card fight. For our first turns, Gemi plays Evolving Wilds, and I play a tapped Gruul Guildgate, while Gemi sacks his Wilds to grab an island from his deck into play tapped. Gemi plays a tapped Simic Guildgate and passes. I play a tapped Azorius Guildgate and pass. During the end step, Gemi casts Opt, scrying 1 card and drawing said scryed card. Gemi plays Yavimaya Coast and plays his first morph creature and passes. I start my turn by casting Sylvan Scrying, which I use to add Krosan Verge from my deck to my hand, which I play as my land for the turn into play tapped, and pass. Gemi plays a tapped Sunken Hollow. Then he moves into combat and attacks me with his morph creature for 2 damage. After which, he passes. I play my own copy of Simic Guildgate tapped and pass. Gemi plays a forest and casts his general, Kadena. With her in play, he gets to cast a free morph with her effect, and gets to also draw a card. I decide at this point to sack my Verge away to grab 2 tap lands, which are Temple Garden and Overgrown Tomb from my deck into play. Gemi then moves into combat and attacks me with his morph creature again for 2 more damage. Then he passes. For my turn, I play Savannah and cast Uven-Walled Hydra. With its ETB, I put a Mosswort Bridge from my deck into play tapped. This in turn allows me to hide away a card underneath it before passing. Gemi starts by playing another free morph creature, which gains him another free card draw. But not wanting to pick a fight with my Hydra, he simply passes. For my turn, I cast Tatyova Bentic Druid. Then I play Tropical Island. This allows me to gain a life and a free card draw of my own from Tatyova's trigger, before passing. Gemi plays Terramorphic Expanse and drops in another free morph creature and gets another draw. Such a passive game we've played so far. Anyways, next he casts Preordain. This lets him scry 2, he leaves one card on top, and bottoms the other before drawing a card. Then he casts a Simic Signet and passes. During his end step, as I have 10 power, I cast a hidden card underneath my bridge, which is World Shaper. For my turn, I cast Crucible of Worlds. Gemi isn't a fan, however, and morphs his Nantuko Vigilante before politely burning my Crucible to the ground. Then he sacks his Expanse to place a swamp from his deck into play tapped. Then I play City of Brass, which triggers Tetiova, giving me a draw and a life. Next I cast Reap and Sow with the Entwine cost, losing 1 life to my Brass. I use the effect to destroy Gemi's Guild Gate, and put Maze's End from my deck into play, gaining back the life I just lost, and a draw with Tetiova. Then I move into combat, and I attack with World Shaper. Its trigger mills my top 3 cards, which are 2 lands and Sunbird's Invocation. Gemi decides to block and trade with it with his Nantuko Vigilante, not wanting to let me mill through my deck. The Shaper's death trigger then returns all my lands in my grave back to play tapped, which in this case are Celestia Guildgate, Dimir Guildgate, and Krozen Verge. This triggers Tetiova 3 times, letting me gain 3 life and draw 3 cards. In my second main phase, I cast Lotus Petal and pass, discarding a Wood Elves to go down to 7 cards in hand. Gemi starts his turn by playing another free morph creature and then draws another card thanks to Kadena. Then he plays a second morph creature and draws again, bolstering his army. Then he tells me he may have given me free lands, but did so to ensure that his real plan would work, and casts Beast Within, destroying my Maze's End and replacing it with a 3/3 Beast token. #ouch. Then he passes. For my turn, I move straight into combat and attack Gemi with both my 12/12 Hydra and my Beast. Gemi blocks the Hydra with a morph and takes 3 damage from the Beast. In my second main phase, I pay 7 mana, which includes sacking my Lotus Petal for a black, to cast Pernicious Deed, and sack it where X is 4, to destroy artifacts, creatures, and enchantments of converted mana cost 4 or less. This kills all of Gemi's creatures and the Beast token he gave me. Then I play an Orzhov Guildgate tapped, which thanks to Tetiova, gains me 1 life and a free draw before I pass. Gemi doesn't want to deal with my Hydra right now, and casts Sleep, tapping my creatures, which also won't untap during my next turn, and passes. During his end step, I sack my Verge again to put both Godless Shrine and Breeding Pool from my deck into play tapped. This triggers Tetiova twice, letting me gain 2 and draw 2. Then I cast Growth Spiral, which lets me draw again, as well as play Plaza of Harmony. Due to its effect, as well as Tetiova's trigger, I gain 4 life and draw another card. For my turn, I start by casting Summer Bloom, because clearly I don't have enough land in play. My first land I play this turn is Mana Confluence, gaining a draw and a life from Tetyova. My second land is Flooded Strand, for another life and free draw. Then I cast Avenger of Zendikar, who makes me 16 0/1 plant tokens. But that's not all. Next I cast Scapeshift, and sacrifice 6 lands to grab 6 from my deck and put them into play tapped, which are Izzet Guildgate, Rakdos Guildgate, Golgari Guildgate, Boros Guildgate, Watery Grave, and Vesuva, which I make a copy of my Plaza of Harmony. In total, my plant tokens gain 6 +1/+1 counters, and thanks to my Plaza and Tetyova, I gain 9 life total and draw 6 cards. Then I pass and discard down to 7 cards, dropping cards like Into the Wilds, Skyshroud Claim, Arcane Signet, Explore, Urban Evolution, and even Bribery. Seeing me discard the Bribery brings instant fear to Jimmy's face. He feels either I'm a silly goose or have a crazy hand. I wonder which it could be. Hashtag silly goose for life. Seemingly undeterred, Jimmy plays a morph creature and then strangely passes. But anyways, for my turn, I move straight into combat and attack Jimmy with 16 giant plant tokens and my 17/17 Hydra, ending the game.
Exactly.
Or not, because Jimmy casts Constant Mist with buyback, sacrificing a land, and giving me the biggest hashtag in-your-face grin you could give someone. Thankfully, in my case, I have a backup plan. I start by casting Lord Windgrace, and then I use its -3 ability to return both Mossward Bridge and Maze's End from my graveyard back to play. I hide away a card underneath the Mossward Bridge, and thanks to Tetyova, I gain 2 life and draw 2 cards. This also allows me to place 2 more plus counters on my plant tokens. Then finally, I cast Wilderness Reclamation and pass. During my end step, my Reclamation allows me to untap all my lands in play. Then during Jimmy's upkeep, I advise him that I'm going to be using my Maze's End to search for and play my Gateway Plaza into play tapped. And then since I would have 10 different gates in play with different names, that its second effect would grant me the win, bringing the game to a close. Jimmy's Kadena deck did what it was supposed to do. Number 1, draw tons of cards. Number 2, grant free morphs. Number 3, don't forget 1 and 2. Jimmy did have me cornered though with his constant mists, essentially locking down my combat step. If he'd only had more hate bears from my lands, then it wouldn't have ended very well for me. For me, this was supposed to be a Golos deck, but today Golos was on vacation while Tetyova did all the work, giving me gifts like it was Christmas Day all over again. With each land I played, I gained some life and some extra card draw. Here's a fun food game for you. Take a bite of your favorite snack for every time Tetyova had a trigger in this game. Let's just say you won't be hungry for a while. Agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments down below. And if you enjoy our content, consider becoming a patron. We'll give you access to some sweet bonuses while helping out the channel at the same time. Thanks everyone, and once again, happy belated New Year. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode. If you're a fan of EDH gameplay and you like whether it be 1v1 or multiplayer and you want to be part of the ever-growing Commander Challenge family, just make sure you smash the subscribe button and notification bell down below. We do weekly videos. Don't forget as well to like, comment, share our videos, but most importantly, enjoy them. On behalf of all of our members here, I'm your host, BT. Feel free to check out all of the videos in the channel, join our game, it's now your turn. Cheers!